Good evening. The members of the board of the Herbert H. Lehman College Foundation welcome you to tonight's Leadership Gala. The foundation's mission is to raise and provide funds for scholarships, to raise funds that amplify programmatic innovation, and to secure faculty support for enhanced curriculum. To better respond to student needs, the foundation has stepped up its efforts to support students facing housing and food insecurity and other financial emergencies through the Campaign for Lehman College. Throughout the COVID pandemic, the campaign helped the college expand its food pantry distribution and increase its ability to give microgrants to students facing financial emergencies. Despite the hardships they face, Lehman students are advancing in the ranks of the most accomplished of American prize-winning students, winning large numbers of prestigious fellowships and awards. In keeping with this success, the foundation has been able to identify robust new avenues of support, culminating with the receipt of a gift of $30 million from the Mackenzie Scott Foundation, one of the largest in the history of the City University of New York. This gift to Lehman College represents the scaffolding for long-term endowment growth and fundraising that begins to meet the needs of the college to support student success and academic excellence. Mackenzie Scott's gift is a model for other philanthropists to emulate by making commitments that will result in enhanced programs and student scholarship aid, as well as create more pathways for students to secure meaningful careers at a level that will result in transformative change in the Bronx and beyond. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce our host for this evening, award-winning journalist and documentarian, Soledad O'Brien.
Good evening and welcome to the Herbert H. Lehman College Foundation Leadership Gala. I am so pleased to join you tonight. For more than 50 years, Lehman College has been leading the way to provide educational and economic equity for its students and the communities of the Bronx. Starting in the mid to late 1960s, when the faculty of what was then known as Hunter College in the Bronx led the fight to create a separate college that would serve the borough. Lehman faculty, staff, and students have served as a nationally recognized catalyst for economic and social mobility. Many of you joining us tonight already know the story of Lehman College and its exceptional students who represent more than 130 different cultures. Lehman students often cope with significant challenges during their college careers. More than half are first in their families to attend college, and many of them come from families earning less than $30,000 a year. They have experienced housing and food insecurity, a serious issue that we'll discuss later in the program. Despite the obstacles they face, Lehman students consistently demonstrate academic distinction and unwavering determination to excel. The college in recent years has been a top producer of prestigious awards and fellowships, putting its students on a path to success in their careers or continued education. This pursuit of excellence has not gone unnoticed. The Chronicle of Higher Education ranks Lehman College third in the nation for its ability to move students in the lower economic rungs into the middle class and beyond. And the American Council on Education ranks Lehman first among Hispanic-serving institutions for helping students climb the economic ladder. And it has also prompted significant new investment from individuals as well as from the corporate and philanthropic sectors. And together with your contributions tonight, Lehman will bring the promise of opportunity to even more deserving young people from the Bronx and beyond. Joining us now to talk a bit more about Lehman and tonight's program is the college's president, Daniel Lemons. Hi, President Lemons.
Thank you, Soledad, and thanks to everyone for joining us. As many of you know, I spent much of my career at CUNY, and I'm aware of all the different colleges in the system. Each one is distinct, and Lehman certainly stands out in its unique combination of exemplary features. In the time that I've served as Lehman's president, I've come to see that it's much more than the sum of its parts. Yes, the students are talented and determined, and the faculty and staff are committed to helping them succeed, and the learning takes place in the Bronx, a sometimes neglected and dismissed borough, but one that's rich in its people and its traditions. These elements all come together to create a college that is in the forefront nationally through its ability to enable the success of its students in their postgraduate careers. That's the success that caught the attention of Mackenzie Scott, which resulted in a $30 million gift in December of 2020. Lehman is one of 384 institutions receiving funding out of almost 8,000 that were initially considered. One of only 2 colleges in the state of New York. And there's more to the story. There's this organization whose sole focus is supporting the needs of the college and finding new avenues to provide opportunities for students. That's the Herbert H. Lehman College Foundation. It has made this evening possible, and I thank the board and staff not only for this wonderful celebration, but for all they have given to the college. We're deeply indebted to the board and its members for providing scholarships that make it possible for the promising students to attend Lehman. But almost as important is the support it provides to keep students at Lehman, emergency grants, and food. The need for these supports has increased significantly just in the time that I've been at the college. And in order to meet the demand, the foundation, along with the new and dynamic leadership in the Office of Institutional Advancement of the college, is doubling down on its fundraising. Together, the foundation and the college are leading the way to make it possible for more of our students to realize their dreams. So please sit back and enjoy this evening and know that your support of the work of the foundation will help get our amazing students to graduation and then to promising careers that will help their families and their communities flourish. And now I'm pleased to bring you Lehman's Best, our student jazz ensemble. For many years, Lehman hosted the Johnny Pacheco Latin Music and Jazz Festival, a wonderful 3-day event that provides performance and learning opportunities for talented young musicians. With the passing of Mr. Pacheco earlier this year, Lehman students and faculty composed a piece to honor the late Dominican musician and composer. It was performed at last month's commencement to great acclaim, and we'd like to share it with you. Here's the Lehman College Jazz Ensemble with El Manicero.
What a great performance. Now let's get down to business, literally. One of tonight's honorees, Michael Yackira, and his wife Renee, in 2019 established an endowment at Lehman to provide scholarships to accounting students. Michael was a star accounting student at Lehman, and he wanted to give back to the college in a way that would reflect his professional interests and experience. Joining us now are two people who can attest to the power of Michael and Renee's generosity. Dean Hurley, the chair of Lehman's Department of Economics and Business, and one of the first Yakira scholars. Hello, thanks for joining us.
The Department of Economics and Business at Lehman College is one of the largest departments. We're made up of 3 programs: accounting, business, and economics, and we have about 1,500 undergraduate majors and graduate students, offering 7 degree programs in undergraduate and graduate programs. About 40% of our students are majoring in accounting. We're grateful to the Michael and Renee Yakira Endow Accounting Scholarship Fund, which started in 2019 and was first awarded in spring of 2020. It has helped many of our well-deserving students who struggle financially to finish the degree programs. Today, I have the honor to introduce you to one of the Yakira scholars, Sarah Passaud, whose trajectory mirrors Mr. Michael Yakira's. I got to know Sarah when she was the president of the Association of Latino Professionals for America, which for short is ALPHA. It's a student chapter club on campus, and she's one of my favorite students because of her unparalleled passion, drive, and energy.
Thank you so much, Dean. Like Michael, I actually graduated from DeWitt-Clinton High School. In my high school career, I was a part of a College Now program where I took some classes at Lehman College. I was able to experience their campus, the faculty and the staff who are all very supportive. I decided to start my career at Lehman when I graduated high school in the fall of 2016 as a freshman. I decided to master in accounting because I'm very passionate about what it takes to run a business in the day-to-day, how to evaluate a company and its performance. In May of 2020, I graduated with my bachelor's, and in spring, I graduated with my master's of accounting at Lehman.
So Sarah, what was your experience at Lehman like?
My experience at Lehman was very amazing. I can say that throughout my academic career, the professors, the staff, the students all pushed me to be the best that I can be and graduate with 2 degrees. With my leadership activities on campus, with Alpha, I was able to open many networking opportunity doors. I interned in the Big 4 accounting, as well as the private equity sector. And this led me to graduate with 3 full-time opportunities after college.
Now that you've earned your master's, what's next for you, Sarah?
Now that I earned my master's, I'll be starting this August at Deloitte in their financial and risk advisory department.
I had the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Michael Yakira back in fall of 2019 when he was thinking about establishing the Yakira Scholars Program at Lehman. His lifelong connection to Lehman College is inspiring, and we're grateful to him and his wife Renee for their generosity. Sarah, what would you like to say to the Yakiras?
I would like to say thank you so much to the Yakiras for giving back to our students, to giving back to Lehman College and paving the way for our careers. Michael, looking at your journey, I'm very excited to plan the next steps for my career. And I'm also looking forward to giving back to Lehman College just as you have in the next 10 to 15 years.
Some may say that our first honoree, Michael Yakira of Lehman College's class of 1972, has led a storybook life. If they do, they may also say that his story began in earnest at Lehman College. That's where a favorite accounting professor set Michael on a path that ultimately led him to become CEO of Nevada's biggest electric utility, NV Energy. But before that, Yakira's story began as most Lehman College students do, in the Bronx. He spent his early years living near Yankee Stadium. Michael attended DeWitt Clinton High School, not far from Lehman, and in his senior year he developed a penchant for accounting when he took bookkeeping as an elective. When he started looking at colleges, a newly established school caught his eye. Lehman College, previously known as Hunter in the Bronx, was offering for the first time a degreed accounting program. Lehman made sense, he said. Going there fit my family's financial situation. I knew I could afford it. Tuition at the time was $60 a semester. Michael was a member of the accounting program's first class, which graduated 13 students, and he remains friends with many of them. And he credits one of his professors, Yackira, for inspiring him to become a CPA, which set him on a career path that took him to 6 states, landing finally in Nevada, where he fulfilled his dream of becoming a CEO. Through his endowment and close connection to Lehman, Michael is leading the way to get more young people excited about accounting and set them on the road to success. I am so pleased to introduce our honoree, Michael Yakira.
Good evening. I'm most honored to be recognized by Lehman College, but right now I'd like to take the opportunity to reciprocate and recognize Lehman College. I'm a product of the New York City school system, and when it was time to apply to college, I was very happy to hear that Lehman was starting a degree in accounting. It was during my senior year at DeWitt Clinton High School, just north of Lehman, that I took a course that set me on the road to choosing accounting as my career. The size of the first accounting group back in 1968 was small. Only 13 of us graduated in 1972 with Bachelor of Science degrees in accounting. 49 years ago last month, in fact. We could not have had a better group of professors to teach us what was attractive about this profession. Lehman provided the foundation for my career, and I'm so thankful and appreciative of that. While I started in accounting and became a CPA, my career took a turn when I was fortunate to work for someone who wanted to test my abilities in other areas such as strategic planning and marketing. I worked in the oil and gas industry, telecommunications, and finally the electric utility sector. These different job experiences and industries had 2 things in common. First, I was enthusiastic about every job that I had. And second, I always wanted to learn. Learning obviously starts before you enter school, and I believe it should never stop. 2 years ago, my wife Renee and I established a scholarship fund to financially support students in the accounting program at Lehman. We did this in order to, in some small way, help provide similar opportunities that I was fortunate to have by getting a degree in accounting from Lehman. It is our honor and privilege to continue to grow this scholarship fund. Even though I have lived in 6 states, New York will always be my home. While I now live in Las Vegas, I'm fortunate to have family in New York, and I made regular trips to visit, especially when I was working, until the pandemic hit. I retired in 2014, and 2020 was the first year since I was born that I did not set foot in my hometown. And I'm expecting that to change this year. Renee and I have a lot of catching up to do. Once again, I thank Lehman for this recognition and hope all of you tonight will join me in supporting my great alma mater. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for your support, Michael. If the COVID pandemic has taught us anything, it reinforced the vital role healthcare workers play not just in the U.S., but around the world. This is especially true in the Bronx, which ranks last in health outcomes in New York State. Lehman College is committed to doing all it can to reduce disease, instill healthier practices, and provide the highest quality of care for the borough. Its School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing are consistently top-rated in their industries. Lehman's nursing program is the college's top major, and its RN to BSN online nursing program is ranked first in New York State by registerednursing.org. Joining us now to talk about how Lehman College is leading the way in training the next generation of healthcare workers are Gloria Harrison, Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing, and a Lehman nursing student.
I am Dr. Gloria Harrison. I'm the Dean of the School of Health Science, Human Services, and Nursing. And we're here to honor our affiliation with Bronx Care. The Lehman Nursing Program has been in the community for over 30 years, educating our future nurses to be able to manage patients in our communities. But we're most importantly proud of our affiliation agreement with Bronx Care that provides our students with outstanding firsthand experience working in a hospital setting. We have one of our outstanding nursing students who has been receiving firsthand experience working at Bronx Care. Let me introduce you to Ms. Faye Butler-Neal.
I'm a nurse at Bronx Care Hospital and master's. I'm doing my master's degree at Lehman College right now. I grew up in the country of Belize, Central America. A friend of mine suggested to me to sign up in a free home health aid course, so a class. So I did that. I signed up, and the instructor teaching us was an RN, and she told us to why not use our skills to continue on. Don't just stay as a home attendant. Go be an RN. So I thought about it. I said, I'll give it a try. So I did some research. I went to Lehman. I signed up for my BSN, and I did that. I took a long time because I said, there was no rush. I'm already a nurse. So I took a long time with that, finished my BSN in 2017. And I took again a year or so off to rest and relax, to regroup. And then I went back, signed up again at Lehman for my, to start the master's degree program from the nurse practitioner. So that's where I'm at right now, still completing my master's degree.
It is so awesome. You really, you really show that, you're a lifelong learner. So I'm really pleased with that. So now tell us, what was your experience like at Lehman? That you can see it now from both the undergraduate and now the master's, since you are now in the master's program. So tell us, what was your experience like at Lehman?
I must say, for me personally, it was pretty good. That's why, if I did my BSN there must be a reason why I went back for my master's. The support of the professors, they would reach out to you if they see you struggling to find out what's going on, what is the issue, your weaknesses, how you could work on that to get back on track. So that's what I liked with the BSN, and even though in the masters, the professors are still the same. They would reach out to you one-on-one, give you that support.
That's awesome. So you said you were doing your field placements or your clinical practicums at Bronx Care. So tell us, what is that like, and what area are you working in at Bronx Care, and why are these things so very important to you?
Okay, now I'm in med-surg right now. I'm doing med-surg right now at Bronx Care, and because I'm also a Lehman student, when I wanted to do my clinicals, I said, I'm gonna stay right here rather than go outside somewhere else. So I sought out the help of our director of education, and she sent out emails. She made phone call. I'm very grateful to her. And eventually they found a doctor in the pediatric clinic who willingly agreed, to take me under her wing. So I'm doing my pediatric clinicals under the preceptorship of a doctor right now in the pediatric clinic.
Oh, that's awesome. So happy to hear that. So what are your career aspiration plans? What do you plan to do once you finish your master's in the family nurse practitioner program?
Okay, since with the LPN and the RN, so far I've done about 14 years of bedside nursing. Now I want to transition eventually into administration, management, something where we could, in our decision-making capacity, where we could continue to enhance the patient experience and top quality care that we give at Bronx Care to our patient population.
Again, we want to thank and we want to honor Bronx Care for really helping to support our students in all manners of ways. So we really want to, again, say how much we are so very proud at Lehman College to be in an affiliation with Bronx Care. Thank you so much.
Lehman is not alone in its quest to improve the health of Bronx residents. Partnerships with organizations like Bronx Care provide critical, real-life training for Lehman students and lead to jobs with some of the borough's leading healthcare providers. Bronx Care is the largest voluntary, not-for-profit health and teaching hospital system serving the South and Central Bronx with 859 beds and more than 4,500 employees. Its two main hospital divisions, comprehensive psychiatric and chemical dependency programs, long-term care facility, and extensive outpatient network, are delivering the highest quality and accessible services to the community. Bronx Care is now among the largest providers of outpatient services in New York City, with close to 1 million visits annually. Its emergency department recorded 141,000 visits, making it one of the busiest in New York City. Bronx Care's affiliation with Lehman began 40 years ago. Today, more than 400 Lehman students each year work as nursing and social work interns, gaining invaluable skills and experience. And now, here is Robert Sancho, Vice President of Development and External Affairs at Bronx Care, to accept this honor.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, administration, and employees of BronxCare Health System, I want to take this opportunity to express our appreciation and gratitude on being selected for this prestigious award. We're very thankful to the Lehman College Foundation and to Lehman College President Daniel Lemons. BronxCare Health Systems is located in the poorest congressional district in the United States. Several years ago, we were always short on funding for the hospital budget. Today, we average several $1 million over budget, and we're able to pay all our expenses on time and also to be able to secure funding for all our programs. Last year, the hospital recorded over 1 million outpatient visits. Out of approximately 200 hospitals in the state of New York, Bronx Care was ranked number 6 in terms of the total amount of clinic visits. One of the most serious and challenging situations at Bronx Care has been the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic crisis started to make an impact in March of 2020. During this time, the hospital had cared for and admitted about 3,000 patients that were positive. Presently, Bronx Care Health System administers COVID-19 vaccinations at 7 different sites. In addition, Bronx Care has tested approximately 41,000 individuals for COVID-19 at 5 different sites. This award recognizes the extraordinary efforts of our doctors, our nurses, first responders, and the entire staff of the hospital during this healthcare crisis. Since our affiliation started 40 years ago, both Lehman and Bronx Care have benefited greatly from this partnership in service to our patients. Lehman students have worked alongside Bronx Care's professionals in order to gain valuable training and experience. Bronx Care, in turn, has been able to rely on the outstanding corps of talented, promising students to supplement our services. So in accepting this award, I must thank Lehman College for being such a committed partner and steadfast advocate on behalf of the people of the Bronx.
Congratulations, Bob, and all of the Bronx Care family. If we were able to celebrate in person, we would be in a room full of Lehman supporters who can attest to how the college leads the way in providing opportunities for its students. Joining us now are some supporters who I am sure you will recognize to offer congratulations on this special night.
As a Bronx boy, as a Lehman alum, this means the world to me. The fact is that Lehman College early on was able to inform my life, first by allowing my dad to get an education and degree from there, but as a young member of the assembly and a young father and a young husband, Lehman College is where I was able to go and get a great affordable education. But even more than that, even more than the textbooks, I was able to sit around a diversity of students in a student body of all ages, from all walks of life. And as the borough president, I am proud to say that the people that I sat around are what informed me to be the best borough president that I can be. It is the reason why every time, every chance I've gotten, I've been supportive of Lehman and the other CUNY campuses as well. And I've done everything that I can as a public servant to make sure that I never ever embarrass the legacy and the institution of Lehman College. For me, this is full circle. This year, I am retiring from politics. I've lived a wonderful, wonderful political career and professional career. And I am truly, truly honest when I say that if it were not for the experiences at Lehman College, the relationships with the professors, the relationships with the faculty, the relationships that I was able to make with the student body, and the information that I got from them, I would not be the borough president that I have been over the last 3 terms. Let me just say thank you. And no matter what, everyone will continue to know that Lehman College helped shape the person that I am. Un millón de gracias, and I'll see you all soon.
Good evening. This is Assemblyman Jeffrey Dinowitz, Lehman College Class of 75. Thank you for joining Lehman College tonight to support this wonderful Bronx institution and honor some tremendous people who have helped make Lehman the transformative place that it is. Congratulations to tonight's honorees, Bronx Care Health System and Michael W. Yakira, and also to the new co-chairs of the brand new National Advisory Board for the Herbert H. Lehman College Food Security and Sustainability Initiative, Kwame Onwuachi and Alice Waters. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, not only as the assemblyman who represents Lehman College, but as an alumnus, neighborhood resident, and lifetime Bronxite. Thank you for everybody for supporting our beloved Lehman College tonight, and enjoy the rest of tonight's Leadership Gala.
Greetings, I'm Congressman Adriano Espaillat, and I'm honored to join you in celebrating this year's Leadership Gala honorees who are recognized for their professional achievements, success, and their unwavering support for Lehman College and the Bronx community. Michael W. Yakira of the BronxCare Health System, internationally renowned chef, and my good friend Kwame Onwuachi, Alice Waters, and award-winning journalist Soledad O'Brien. Congratulations to each of you for your continued support for help Lehman College students and faculty and our community as a whole. They will continue to thrive. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
I learned a great deal about Lehman College when I was executive producer of a documentary about food insecurity among college students. The film, Hungry to Learn, reported on the crisis that exists on campuses across the nation. 45% of college students regularly face hunger and homelessness while struggling to get their education. The film focused on 4 students, including Yackira at Lehman College. We found that administrators at every level worked to help her navigate applying for public assistance programs and managing class assignments. Yackira earned her diploma thanks to her desire to create a better life for her family, and to those at Lehman who formed a strong safety net to keep her in school and toward graduation. Hungry to Learn won several awards, and it gave me a front row seat to a dilemma all college campuses have to face. Here's a clip from Hungry to Learn.
Campus Life, Suzette speaking. Which school are you from? Would you like to volunteer for the Leadership Center or for the food bank? Okay, great. When would you like to stop by? Because I can meet with you, or we have a student who is working at the pantry.
I met Yackira when she interviewed and she was looking for a job. She impressed me so much because not only was she bright, her perspective, she really was the one being strong and being there for her family.
We noticed that kids were coming in around 7 and asking for food. Hey, I haven't had dinner. Do you have something? And then that brought on a big discussion of like, oh yeah, I know someone who eats 1 meal per day just to watch their money, or who skips meals. And so we decided to partner with the food bank and have a food pantry on campus.
You get 5 items from fruits and vegetables, 3 items from dairy and protein, but if you take the peanut butter, that's going to equal 3 items altogether.
Okay, let's do peanut butter.
as unique as Yackira's story is, I know so many students with a similar story.
My mom has been in the hospital more times than I can count while I was actually going through school.
So there are also issues with obesity and pregnancy.
I am a student who gets financial aid. It's supposed to cover your meals and your housing, but it does not suffice. There are actually days that I only eat a piece of bread. I usually just feel tired. Being a nutrition student, I've learned that I shouldn't be doing that, but then it's still hard because you never know when your next meal is gonna come.
And now, here are President Lemons, Lehman Foundation board member Elias Alcantara, and Deputy Director of Student Life Suzette Ramsundar, to announce the bold step Lehman is taking to lead the way in combating food insecurity among college students.
Thanks again, Soledad, and thank you for highlighting the urgent issue of food insecurity on college campuses throughout the nation and throughout your important work as a documentarian. As I mentioned earlier, the Lehman College community is steadfastly committed to supporting students, and when the issue of food insecurity on our campus was raised, literally every corner of the campus came together to solve it. I'm joined here by Suzette Ramsundar, our Associate Director of Student Life, and by Elias Alcantara, a member of the Herbert H. Lehman College Foundation and a proud alumnus. Together, they've been working not just to meet the day-to-day needs of our students, but to develop a model for sustainable solutions to a seemingly intractable problem. Suzette, why don't you tell us about how Lehman's been tackling the food insecurity issue on campus?
Thank you, President Lemons. Lehman's Food Bank, which officially opened in March of 2017, was a project developed by our leadership students. We partnered with the Food Bank of New York and other businesses and organizations to provide food, and it has been really well received by the Lehman community. As awareness of this service grew, so did demand. Prior to the pandemic, the food bank served about 100 students a week. But after that pandemic, the number increased 300%. We also have a college-wide food insecurity task force, which includes students, faculty, and administrators to brainstorm ideas and best practices from other campuses across the nation. We are documenting what works and what doesn't work for our particular student population. We've been very fortunate to have a partner in this effort with the foundation, which has been so very generous and very willing to support new ideas. In fact, through the efforts of the task force and the foundation, we have started a very important and exciting new endeavor.
Elias, would you tell us about the foundation's work on this project and how you were able to bring together two culinary superstars to help us?
Thanks, President Lemons. The Lehman College community never shies away from a challenge and always seeks to better the community at large. We thought that as we tackle the problem of food insecurity, we should do so in a way that can be replicated beyond our campus. Our vision is ambitious. We seek to end food insecurity for all Lehman students and their families, while creating a scalable model for the Bronx and urban communities across this country. So, in addition to working with partners throughout the borough to feed even more students and raise awareness about campus resources in the coming year, we also want to expand research into best practices. But most importantly, we want to influence local and national policy and take advantage of sustainable resources on campus by creating edible gardens. Volunteers from all walks of campus life are engaged in these efforts, and we're planning to document the successes and challenges every step of the way. Finally, we've been extremely fortunate that two of the nation's most renowned chefs and activists are joining us in this endeavor. President Lemons, I'll leave it to you to announce this exciting news.
Thanks, Elias. And again, we're grateful for your leadership on this initiative. We're honored that Kwame Onwuachi and Alice Waters, legendary chefs and food justice advocates, are heading up our National Advisory Board for the Herbert H. Lehman College Food Security and Sustainability Initiative.
We couldn't have asked for better co-chairs. Both Chef Kwame and Alice are superstars in the culinary world, but they also work tirelessly to end hunger throughout our nation. Chef Kwame, born in the Bronx, is a James Beard award-winning chef and author of the critically acclaimed Notes from a Young Black Chef, which is being turned into a feature film. He's been named one of Food and Wine's best new chefs, Esquire magazine's 2019 Chef of the Year, and is a 30 under 30 honoree by both Zagat and Forbes. He's also been featured on Time's 100 Next list and has been named the most important chef in America by the San Francisco Chronicle. Chef Kwame trained at the Culinary Institute of America in New York and opened 5 restaurants before turning 30, including the groundbreaking Afro-Caribbean restaurant Kith Kin in Washington, D.C. He recently served as a judge on season 18 of Top Chef in April 2021. He first appeared as a contestant on the show in season 13. He also currently serves as Food and Wine's executive producer. In August 2021, Chef Kwame will host the Family Reunion presented by Onwuachi, a multi-day event in Middleburg, Virginia that will celebrate diversity in the hospitality community. Alice is a chef, author, and food activist, and founder and owner of Chez Panisse restaurant in Berkeley, California. She founded that in 1971. She's been a champion of local sustainable agriculture over 4 decades. In 1995, she founded the Edible Schoolyard Project, which advocates for free regenerative school lunch for all children and a sustainable food curriculum in every public school. She's been vice president of Slow Food International since 2002. She conceived and helped create the Yale Sustainable Food Project in 2003 and the Rome Sustainable Food Project at the American Academy in Rome in 2007. Her honors include election as a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences in 2007, the Harvard Medical School's Global Environmental Citizen Award, which she shared with Kofi Annan in 2008, her induction into the French Legion of Honor in 2010, and she was awarded the National Humanities Medal by President Obama in 2015. Alice is the author of 16 books, including her critically acclaimed memoir, Coming to My Senses, The Making of a Counterculture Cook. The New York Times bestsellers, The Art of Simple Food 1 and 2, and The Edible Schoolyard, A Universal Idea. We're so very fortunate to have both of them with us tonight and also for helping us lead the way on this important issue. Here are the co-chairs of our National Advisory Board for our Food Security and Sustainability Initiative, Chef Kwame and Alice Waters.
People cannot survive without food. Think about that. People cannot survive without food. So why is this not a right? And we're here to change that. We're trying to make this wrong into a right. So this project interested me because, one, I love working with Chef Alice Waters. I'm going to start there. We've done a bunch of things together at this point. We're kindred spirits. So that was an easy layup for me. But 2, I'm from the Bronx. So like for me, you know, I've been on Lehman College campus 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you know, doing cooking demos and things like that. And I've experienced what these students experience of food insecurity. I've gone to school hungry because my mom was doing her best, you know, raising 2 kids. I have gone to bed hungry because she was also doing her best raising 2 kids in the 90s. And things haven't changed much. So the only way to evoke change is to take a stance. And this is my stance. And I'm doing it with the one and only Chef Alice Waters. So I think the 2 of us together, we can knock it all out. We can make impact and we can end food insecurity in the Bronx.
What is fundamentally the most important work that we can do right now to address all of the issues, from food insecurity to health, to climate, to meaningful life, to meaningful work, to everything. And that is a place of public education. We need to value our teachers. We need to pay them. We need to pay the people who cook the food in the schools. We need to beautify our schools. We need to think of public education as the place where we can make dramatic change.
What a great way to end this evening, a commitment to bring some of the best minds together to solve a growing problem on campuses throughout the nation. I have had such a wonderful time hosting today, and on behalf of the Lehman College Foundation, I thank you for spending this hour with us, and of course, for your support of Lehman College. As we close, let's hear members of the Lehman College family tell us why Lehman leads the way.
Lehman leads the way because of their sense of community.
Lehman leads the way because I met a community of people that make me feel like home.
Lehman leads the way because it helped me find my voice. And once I found it, I was able to help other students find their voice and show them how to effectively use it.
Lehman leads the way because we compost. We compost at least 20 tons annually of food scraps and leaves, and we're anxious to get back into it.
During our recent COVID crisis, Lehman led the way. Not only were we one of the first campuses to have a virtual food pantry, we didn't want to endanger our students coming to the campus. Our campus community came together for Lehman Cares and raised money to help students pay utilities bills, rent, or different things because many of our students lost their jobs. The counseling center offered grief counseling. They offered anxiety counseling.
Lehman leads the way through student leadership development. They develop students through their leadership workshops, the Introduction to Leadership, Advanced Leadership, and other special leadership programs such as the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Program.
Lehman is really leading the way in creating leaders that are going to be our next generation of healthcare providers, healthcare administrators, nursing executives, nursing administrators. We are really on the cutting edge of training future social work leaders to be able to manage some of these social services programs around the Bronx and in New York City.
All of this is thanks to the great mentors that I've been able to find at Lehman. Lehman has led the way for a lot of opportunities and for me to be able to graduate and excel in all the things that I plan on doing in the future.
When I started Lehman, I was a 17-year-old immigrant student.
And I found my home here at Lehman. It felt just right. There's a sense of belonging and community here at Lehman that I didn't find in any of the other campuses that I went to.
I got to meet some really great people from all kinds of backgrounds, Hispanic, African, all different kinds of backgrounds, and it really gave me more perspective on what it means to be a global leader and a global citizen.
Lehman leads the way because Lehman has created opportunities for me to get involved in a campus that I didn't know I was going to be a part of.
It felt like home. I made my first friends there, and it really helped me to understand the campus.
Lehman leads the way because it gives you the opportunity to become something higher than what you are right now because of how comfortable it makes me feel. The minute I stepped foot in this campus, I felt very comfortable. I didn't feel the need to be number one. I felt as if I was number one with everybody. I felt as if I was growing with everybody. And that's what Lehman does to you, the professors, the students. You can tell all the students, they just want to grow with you. The professors, they want you to grow. That's what I feel from Lehman. Lehman leads the way.
Lehman leads the way. Lehman leads the way.
Lehman leads the way.
Lehman leads the way because we're Lehman.
Lehman leads the way.